Go ahead.
Okay. So last session, which was our session 69, by the way, of this campaign, we began in the middle of combat. We were fighting the Vrox and the giant centipede on the platform of the submerged battleship in the River Styx. Um, when, uh, when we began, one of the Vrox had left combat, and I think by the end of it, a second one also left combat alive. So there are live Vrox up there. Um, there was a point where Vin decided to speed run this and dropped down into the lower levels where we were still fighting. But it was a really good fight, and eventually we did defeat this giant centipede, and we tied off a rope and were able to head down into the bowels of this old battleship. Um, let's see. So we found a 9-foot tall black bell making a clunking sound, and Pavel thinks the clunk is like an error signal and part of some kind of system mean to keep the tower aloft and running. Pavel thinks the flip was probably from a long time ago, but possibly some kind of explosion or maybe some kind of giant monster that flipped the ship upside down into the Styx. But we heard an infernal machines approaching and went back up to the surface, and it was Barnabas, the floating skull from Maggie's camp, which I think we like. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure we like. But Pebble went to talk to him. Maggie heard Belle was looking for the adamantine rods and had tasked Barnabas to come and to secure them with the intention of then giving them to Belle in exchange for favor. Um, Chetter, the and a Canaloth, who previously worked for Bell at the Strix, we think, is the one that tipped off Mad Maggie. He's probably not too happy with us, given we attacked him and he ran away. It's probably going to cause us some trouble. Um, and he's proving to be a little bit of a fickle thing. Um, but um, but yeah, they had a conversation regarding that, and I think it's a delicate situation, but we are on the side of wanting to broker this treaty in favor between Mad Maggie and Belle, and we aren't opposed to giving credit to securing the rods to Barnabas and Mad Maggie to give to Belle, as long as they ultimately get to Belle and we get our Pinku and Big Blue Monkey back. Um, the consoles here in the ship are have lots of rust and gashes in them. There's also quite a bit of infernal bird poop around and signs of recent activity. We did find a starving gnoll. It was a little crazy. Um, I don't know if we decide if we're going to try to adopt this gnoll or not. Maybe probably not. He's a little weird. Um, there was several consoles with speakers and an area for writing messages with infernal typewriters. Um, Pavel spoke to Barnabas a little bit about some of the biggest threats to Maggie, and he spoke a little bit about some of the other warlords. Apparently, Raga Draga wants to be Mad Maggie's lover. He's the war boar, a lycanthrope. Apparently, currently, Mad Maggie's not interested in him though. Not, I don't think for any kind of physical distraction, but just because he recently lost his war band and has nothing to offer to her. And I wrote down she's interested in him for his pack. So we'll maybe try to get him a war pack and maybe make him look a little better so he can find some love here in hell. I do believe that is now on the list of things we would like to do. But the next biggest threat to Maggie is probably the Princeps Korvik maybe, um, and just other warlords, I guess, in the area. Jin went up and got Chugga. Um, and Barnaby asked about Chugga, and I guess Clonk too, kind of, and there was some deception going on in there. I don't think Barnabas currently knows that we allowed Clonk to get captured. There might be some confusion on which one's captured. I know I'm out of game. I am struggling with the notes on which one's which.
Clonk is
But
captured.
We
You
have,
have
we
Chugga.
have Chugga, and yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna put that in there. Clonk is captured. Clonk is captured. Okay. But yeah, so I think the intent was Jin going to get Chugga though was because a floating ship that Zerial is like headquartered out of and like leading the armies of hell against the abyssal demons is a ship like this, and we might have to sneak into one. It'll be right side up, but we might have to sneak into one day, and maybe maybe he can look around and like figure out some of its like workings and possibly some of its mechanisms. So I think that was just the intent there. But eventually we did find a room with a hatch back to the top, which would be helpful for kind of getting out if we need to. There's a console with a red button and a green button. And when you push the green button, it says, "You are important. Promotion is your destiny. Asmodeus loves you." Asmodeus. We did not try the red button. Maybe we should, but we did not. Let's see. Pavel and Barnabas both came down. Barnabas tells Pavel that life is better without a body. Pavel asked about Charles, and Barnabas said, "Really weird. He's been baking cookies and trying to be nice, and the other redcaps kind of making fun of it for it. And sometimes he kills some of them, and sometimes they beat him up. And their culture's all about being tough, so he's struggling with making cookies tough, but he's trying." At some point, Barnabas says, "I forgot what taste was like." Eventually, we do meet back up with both Pavel and Svench, and we go to. There's a safe that is in a room past the starving knoll, and in that room there was a devil crushed by rubble. It was a winged devil. We talked to the knoll for a little bit. He appears to have lost his memories and is very interested in his bones, the bones that he has collected in that little hoard over there. We think likely the memories might have been from like the river Styx. But we searched the crushed winged devil. We eventually we look at the safe. We guessed 666. It worked, and inside we found 9 adamantine rods. I don't know if anyone has added those to their inventory or not. We do have nine adamantine rods.
They should go into the bag of holding, right?
Yeah, you have them in the bag of holding while I keep giving the
Sure.
almost done. So each weighed 3 pounds and was engraved with the runes Solar Incinerator Lock. So somehow these are related to the the companion, the Solar Incinerator that is over El Terrell, that is zapping with lightning every once in a while. Yeah, we think we can lock or unlock the companion, which suggests that the companion is in some way hollow and has something inside to be locked or unlocked. And we discuss this a little bit and the implications. I think the intent is to give these rods to Bell. Was I think what we had, discussed. Return it to him. Try to broker a peace between Maggie and him, and see if he wants us to use the rods to unlock the solar incendiator. And I think that's kind of where we left off, was just kind of playing the next moves and what we potentially want to do from here.
Yeah. I think that covers it. The other thing was that, yeah, you saw those pipes with the scratch marks, and you thought there might be some sort of like
Birds.
abyssal chicken or something nearby. So
Lots and lots of abyssal chickens. I think we decided horde rather than giant. I don't know. What do y'all think? Would you rather fight 100-foot tall chicken or 101-foot tall chickens?
The one.
100 foot
one's
tall
better.
chicken.
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, one's better.
Okay, in terms of volume, clearly a 100 foot tall chicken would be way more mass than 101 foot tall chickens.
Yeah, but I'm a human, so I can use guns.
It pecks you once and you would just die.
I have a gun.
You think a gun's gonna take down a 100 foot tall chicken, Pavel?
Big
Yeah.
enough one will.
It's a chicken.
Well, I was gonna say
It's
if
100
built
foot tall!
Well, no. If it's built like a chicken, like it's gonna be almost like giraffe-like,
yeah.
where like
Oh my
where
gosh,
like
it
it's gonna have
can't
a really
even.
big body in the center, but like it's gonna have a really long neck.
Like, it's not even
Like-
going to be able to move. It's just going to
Like-
plop down.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it's gonna. Okay, it's
It'll
going. It's skin.
It'll snap its neck if it tries to peck me. Like,
Yeah.
I win by doing nothing.
Okay, its skin is going to be like so thick. It's gonna be 10 times thicker than any like normal skin, and like you're not
It's
gonna
a
shoot through its
chicken.
giant feathers. No, like
Yeah, but like I don't know. Here's the other thing: 100 chickens means
Mhm.
that I need to like precisely hit 100 chickens, which is
It's
gonna
going to be so, like, hot. Like, this gigantic chicken is going to, like, cook itself from the inside out. It cannot. It's like it's going to just die by existing.
there's things that are 100 foot tall. Have you never heard of like a Tarrasque or something? They don't just inherently die from body heat. Like you think dragons just like, oh, I'm a freak of nature. Like I can't survive. I'm too massive. It's not
I
a
mean-
thing.
Are we talking about, like, me in real life fighting a 100-foot tall chicken, or
I don't know.
It's-
Jesus Christ.
Are we talking about our
cross-legs.
D&D characters fighting a 100-foot tall chicken or 100
I did.
chickens?
I did think
'Cause I
I was
feel like
asking
if
Pavel
I
and
was-
Min. Yes, not
Like
not
a
you.
Pavel would want to fight 100 chickens because Fireball would cook a lot of them. Versus like Vin would want to fight one because he can like stun the one and then
Yeah,
just
just
like
unlock
slowly
it.
pick away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I do think we need to pause and go back to real life. In real life, you would rather be fighting a 100 foot tall chicken.
100%.
Couldn't even move.
It needs to fall over and crush you, and you are so dead. Like, it would just
You don't have to even get within 100 feet of it.
Like fighting
Like, it just
Godzilla, right?
appears.
Like, I don't know.
We're not fighting Godzilla. We're fighting a chicken.
a big feathery Godzilla. Like, all the theories about the dinosaurs actually had like feathers, but we can't tell from their bones, so they're all
Yeah.
So like a T-Rex, extra tall with feathers.
Yes. But like, look, again, a chicken is a big hunk of meat that is all really, really susceptible to damage.
Yeah.
And then a head up top that is like miles ahead. So really the chicken's body is probably like, I don't know, like 50 feet tall, maybe. And it would be really easy to
But
hit.
it's like its leg. Well, yeah, it's gonna be really easy. It's also easy to hit like a big slab of rock. Like you can really easy to hit a volcano. You're not gonna like get through it though. Back to the D&D
I think
characters
you're
preference,
overestimating how thick a chicken skin is.
And, like, the other thing is, like, imagine, like, 50 chickens swarming you all at once and pecking you on every inch of your body. Like, you're gonna be blind in seconds. You're gonna, like, your neck and your soft skin is gonna get fucked up immediately. And then you have 50 more chickens to deal with after that. It's really easy.
Then you just put an arm up to like protect like your like parts, and like they can't hurt you that bad, and like no more than like maybe 10 could really get in there at once. They're not like super coordinated or anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like you could like just body slam yourself on top of the chickens a little bit.
I
if
think,
they're tiny,
yeah.
Like
Hang on. We need to stop this. But I want to be clear here that your plan is when you're facing 100 chickens is to sprawl out as much as possible, and then lay down on the ground where they are very close to, and hope that you get enough of them that they all scatter.
Okay, my plan in real life would be to run away, right? Like, you can outrun a chicken. You can outrun a horde of 100 chickens, I'm pretty sure.
I think chickens are actually a lot faster than you think.
They're probably fast.
I
Okay,
have no idea.
I don't know.
All right, we're done. We
Okay,
need to stop.
Yeah, we need to stop. There's a chance we're gonna find out, though.
More often.
Camilla, you can have
We're gonna get to the
inspiration
first
from-
break, and we'll still be talking about this.
Yeah, philosophy question. Alright, so you open the safe, you have these rods. You realize they're connected to the companion. What would you like to do next?
I mean, we gotta get out of here, don't we? Like, there's more. Bell sent all of hell to come and get these, and we kind of gotta get moving before.
How are you all like looking? And I kind of want Chugga to have a minute here, and to. Or I don't know. I don't know if there's anything. But a little bit, not like too bad, but a little bit. We could spend like an hour here and like rest.
I don't know if we can spend an hour here based on like the conversation with Barnabas.
So what do you want to do on that? You want to just pack up into the Maggie and head towards Bell? Is that our plan?
I think we kind of have to at this point, just simply because we need to get Chugga back, and we're not running out of time is maybe not the right word, but we don't have a ton of it, and we're definitely. I mean, if we go back to the map area, like it's gonna take us a day at least to get to Bell, and if we rest and then take a day getting to Bell, and then rest again, and then take a day getting back here, that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Because we want to go see Maggie.
Bell,
we need to get this thing over here, right?
Were you pinging somewhere?
Oh yeah. The next to the down here, at that spaceship, right?
But to do that, we have to go find something over like in this area somewhere that we don't know, because we have to go to the Colosseum and fight the gladiators.
Oh, that's right.
In order to get the
I do think we need to deal with Bell. Yeah, we still need to deal with Bell first.
We also go back to Mahadi's to get the hag that visits for her haircut. We have to go there, and then I think we can get the sand from Bell's forges. Wasn't that a thing?
Yes, that was one thing we could get as well. But we also need just the adamantine rods, or do we not? No, only Bell needs the adamantine.
Not for the memory thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Not for the memory thing. So I think what we're gonna do is we have 9 rods. We're gonna go back to Bell, and the things we're requesting is obviously Chugga, Blue Monkey, the sand, and we're going to like offer to like go take these rods to help Terrell and like unlock the companion if Bell wants us to do that.
Which we're assuming that he does.
Possibly not though. I'm not sure. Maybe he might though. Yeah. But yeah, and then also I guess Maggie wants us to negotiate a favor for her because she helped.
Yes, which we can easily do because Pavel needs to get rid of his werewolf problem, and we might be able to broker something that way.
Well, Maggie wanted a favor from Bell.
Yeah, Maggie wants a contract from Bell that says if anyone ever tries to mess with Maggie, Bell will come and help Maggie.
Oh, that's right.
And that was what we that's what we did to kind of play both sides and keep Barnabas from being able to figure out that we don't have Clonk.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a bad thing to like align ourselves with Maggie and any other warlords that we can put into like an alliance and coalition that are like kind of friendly to us, including Bell.
My reservation right now, and like as we're talking about this, there are like who knows how many different warlords sending their war bands to this location, and we need to go. But like my reservation is that like Bell told everyone, like as soon as he found out where they were, like we gave him a little bit of information and he sent everyone here. I'm afraid of like showing up at Bell's place and him just taking the rods and killing us.
Nah, he won't. I mean,
We can't tell him that we got them and we're on our way, because then he'll tell, like maybe he'll tell all the warbirds. Like we can't talk to him. We have no leverage in this situation, and that
we might have to
don't know
operate
how to
on.
deal with people in that situation.
I feel like we might have to just operate on good faith. He he asked us to do him a job, and we're doing it. And I feel like if he has, I feel like we need to leverage our value too. He has other things he could use us for. He's incentivized not to murder us if we prove reliable, right?
What if he doesn't like want to do something with the companion, and we do?
Then we play dumb and we go steal the rods later, right? We'd be like, sure, whatever you want, Belle. We don't have any.
Do you remember? Do you remember what happened the last time we tried to steal something from Bell?
Well, what's the alternative? Because what would you? Because you're saying you'd rather.
I don't have an alternative. I just have reservations.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. We
Because-
definitely need our monkey back.
We
Oh,
and we cannot.
and Clock, of course.
And clock, yeah. And the sand and Lulu's memories and everything else. And the monkey also had a place for us to go too. What did I say though? Like, we didn't. We tried to like head on fight, get in to Bell's. If we're stealthier, I feel like if we had to steal them back, but hopefully we don't have to steal them because hopefully he will want us to do it. But I'm just saying, I feel like we could have been. So I mean, there's also a thing too. If things go really bad, we free the fire giants in his forge, and they will be a good distraction, right? Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe.
that's like Plan C.
I think yeah, I think all of these are good things. I think step one of all of these plans though is we need to go speak with Bell. Right? So which means we need to zip over to here? Here.
Bell's a volcano.
Is it volcano? Is it the volcano? Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 4 hexes away each. Yeah, so we're gonna have an 8-hour drive ahead of us.
Yeah.
Right now. Before we go to like do anything else. Let's just hear what he has to say and see what he's willing to do. Because, like, again, maybe we're in the best case scenario, which is still not great. That is, hey, why don't we just negotiate to get this done? Like, get the box open for you, and then we just keep the rods anyway.
And maybe he'll want us to do that, or maybe it's a thing of like. I feel like that's a future thing. We have so much to do to get Lulu's memories back, to go figure out what the blue monkey wanted to do. Like, that sound like a lead. We're just we just want to go open this like locked box. Is the only motivation we have to go up to that companion, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. I play it by ear, but yeah, we can talk to Barnabas and see what he wants to do, and make plans to go back.
Okay. Go back to the flying or the wrecked fortress. Okay. So yeah, you're in the room with the safe, and then through here is the knoll room to get back to where your rope is.
Did Noel tell us its name? Ellie knew his name.
He didn't know his name.
I think we should call him Bonesy.
Should we have like a quick look around before we leave? Just check out the chicken room and press the red button and then skedaddle.
Wait, what's the chicken room though? Do we know what the chicken room is? I thought I found chicken shit, but I don't know where these chickens are.
Yeah, you
I don't think
found
we need the
a
chickens,
lot of
though,
chicken
right?
poo and scratches over here.
Wasn't there like another level that we
Where?
could climb to?
Yeah, there's a
Just back up.
hatch here that goes back the way you came. But not the same pipe, different. Like it's a little
All right, Vin, speedrun the chicken shit room, and then we'll leave.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say to Noel. Okay, Bonesy, do you want to stay here, or do you want to take some of your bones and come with us?
I only know here. I like it here.
Okie dokie. I'm not gonna push this. We have enough minions, I think. Still coming?
Sure.
Whoa,
Upstairs. Oh,
the
here.
light is different. What's going on with that?
It is different.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
is there
didn't
like
do
snow?
anything. No, I'm not sure.
I think it's because I have a light
Oh,
on
there
me.
you go. Yeah, so you're seeing the difference
that's-
between dark vision and torchlight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
Really obscuring the like dark vision, like making it yeah, like an opaque cast. Wait, was this the room with the button, or was this the room with the button?
Down here, one more room, the button.
Okay, come look at this button. But this was the room with the hatch.
Yeah. Oh no, the hatch is also in this room. Sorry, that's the round thing is the hatch,
Right.
and then the console is the button.
Should I get Barnabas and Spinch in here before you push it, or you want us
Pavel
to...
pushes the button.
Okay.
You hear essentially heavy metal in real life, but something that it sounds like horrible clanging and awfulness to you guys, with some sort of rhythm to it. And
Is
it's
it in like
screaming
infernal
vocals.
speech?
Yeah, it's a
Presses
song.
the button.
It's a song, like kind of like a what's a Viking song, but in heavy metal, like going to battle. You see
Battle cry music.
Yeah, you see two more buttons there. You see a yellow button, and you see a gray button.
Pavel presses all the buttons.
You hear a blaring alarm klaxon, and then you hear Chigua Onosk, which is abandoned ship in Infernal, over and over.
Pavel starts trying to make a soundboard with the different buttons.
Yeah, was the yellow the alarm, or was the gray?
Yeah, the yellow would have been the alarm, and the gray was the abandoned ship.
Pressing. Someone made literally 4 buttons, and there was alarm, abandoned ship, battle music, and you are loved.
Could be worse. It could only be 3 buttons.
Yeah. Really shows you their priorities, though.
I'm surprised I'm surprised they have the abandoned ship button.
Yeah,
Then we'll just start climbing up here.
I'm gonna get Spedge and Barnabas,
Okay.
Lulu, and Jen, apparently.
You get to the top, and there's another, like, hatch door.
Oh, okay. Can I open it?
Maybe it's like underneath the bones.
You
might
press
be.
on it, and it's, like, really, really, really heavy.
Okay, I can't get it open.
Well, maybe I can
We
try.
just go up. We just go up the rope.
Pavel tries to open the hatch.
Okay, give me athletics.
Maybe if you try together.
You fall down the ladder and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Vin just walked in and says, "Oh yeah, it was pretty stuck, Pavel."
Ow.
What were you doing, Tamila?
I think I just went. I thought I was getting Spinch and Barnabas and Jen to come to the hatch because I thought that's how we were going to go out. So I guess we can be true to that. Yeah, come this way. I'm sure they've gotten it by now. And I lead them
Okay.
back over here.
We got like a big group come in.
What's going on?
Pavel was having a nap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pavel's like rubbing his like
Yeah,
elbows.
there's
where
something up
he-
here.
Yeah.
So, unless we're doing anything,
I don't know. I think we send Spinch up to try with like a proper attempt to open the hatch.
Okay.
And they
Open-
leave.
If
I
you
mean,
don't
unless there's
consent,
like a secret for how to do it. Like if we look at it and read it, how much time are we going to spend at the store?
out of game, I am fine abandoning this. I do like it's just only.
yeah,
if
I
it's
don't need to know
done.
about the chickens.
I mean, we missed the keystone like that one time. Like, what are we missing?
Isn't there just something on top of it? Like we could just go up there and
Yeah.
it'd probably be about there, right?
The pile of bones, right? And a old snail, probably. I think Spinch probably climbs up and tries the
Yeah,
hatch.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Vin, you wanna run Spinch tonight?
I can. I don't have him up yet, though.
No worries.
We'll just say that Spinch does it. I don't know if there's anything else we need to really do here, but as soon as I get it up, I will roll for Spinch.
Okay.
Okay, come on, 20. I swear, sometimes my computer does not like it when I pull up like certain character sheets
Oh, weird.
next to
Weird.
each other. It's very strange. Like mine will pull, like Vin's pulls up no problem. Spinch took some time apparently. Okay, athletics.
Wow.
20
Yeah.
for Spinch.
Wow.
Yeah, he's able to push aside like a large metal console that had fallen there, and yeah, he would see the deck that you came from. So let me place you guys in the correct, or at least Spinch in the correct place. So Spinch pops up here.
I think we're following at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking out for the two rocks that got away.
Give me perception.
I shall also ask Vin to also look pretty pleased because I know he's better. at that.
Yes, I will do that. Just give me 1 second here. I'll do Spinch's first. Spinch was the first one up there. Well, another 11.
Okay. And then Vin's gonna perception? Or...
Yeah, and then I'm just getting. Apparently, I thought I had Vin's sheet up. I did not. So now it's just taking forever because Rule 20 hates me in particular tonight.
That's why the other one finally came up because the first one got
Yeah, because I
closed down.
started loading the other one. Yeah, that's why it started working. Okay. Yes, perception. There's Vin.
Nice.
The 13 is Vin. Yeah.
Yeah, Vin would be the first to notice. The two remaining guys that were protecting Barnabas's ride are dead, and you see a hobgoblin over there looking through their car.
Oh shoot, Barnabas. Sorry, no, you saw it. You saw it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then Vin will just say, hey, looks like, you guys are getting robbed.
And also,
Let's look at
yeah,
Barnabas.
Jing has brought Shuka in, and was just about to go. Barnabas is like, oh, shit, we gotta kill him.
All right, yeah. I mean, you take the lead. It's your car.
I do need more zombies.
I'm on my cat and riding towards him.
Right.
I mean, you're a big strong wizard man, right?
Is he a lich?
Well, I'm not big.
But you are strong and wizard boy, man.
Of course
Skull.
I am.
And Spinch.
This poor guy is so outnumbered.
Yeah. This dude is not going to last very long, probably. Unless he has a lot of friends close by.
Okay, yep, Vin, you're up first.
Okay, I'm just going to measure pretty much in a straight line from here how far I need to get. Okay, I do need to take a dash action to get to him. I do have one single key point left. I think I'll spend the key point. So I can dash all the way up to him. Is he doing anything in particular? Like, he's just stealing stuff? Is that it?
Yeah, he was like searching the car, and you can tell that he has his weapon drawn, and these two guys are dead next to him, so it seems like he was killing them.
Vin, realizing now that he shouldn't try, like, violence as the first option, is gonna be like, hey, and just tap on the guy. Hey, you really, we're, like, right there. And I'll just point down the bridge. Right there. Like, we're all right there. You should not be here.
Whose crew are you from?
That's a complicated one. Technically, I think Mad Maggie's, but also Belle, with kind of a question mark after that one as well. And we're also kind of our own thing.
You're so dumb.
Okay. That wasn't very nice. I think that's my turn at that point. That's well over 6 seconds.
Yeah. The red caps start screaming and get out there. I forget what they carry. Is it a sickle? Yeah, a sickle. And run up as much as they can. Okay, Barnabas. Does he have a way to get there faster? No, but he does have... Alright, you see him launch magic missiles at the guy. And those are seem to, bludgeon him with force, but he seems pretty tough.
I think he might be out of that range. Isn't it 60 feet or is it 120?
I thought magic missile is 120. I'll double check.
No, you could be right.
Yeah, magic missile is 120.
That's a good spell, like, for a spell sniper. Get the same range as, like, Eldritch Blast, basically.
Mm-hmm. Nice and safe. Jing has to move up and then shoot with her bow. Oh, she hits. And she rolled pretty good. Okay. Pavel.
Okay, Pavel is going to walk up. And Pavel would like to use an action to do a minor conjuration and pull out his spyglass. And just like, if I can, make an investigation check looking at this guy. I want to figure out who he works for.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Investigation. There we go.
You see he has like some tattoos, and one of the tattoos seems to have like a devil with a like a finger over their mouth, like shush, the shush sign.
Ooh. We've never seen that before, have we?
No, you have not.
Okay.
But it does seem to be like important, like the way the tattoo is like surrounded by other tattoos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is Pavel's turn. He moves up. He commands the piggy and the zombie to move up as well.
Okay. All right, Spitch. Slash Finn.
Spinch?
Yep.
Yeah, slash me. I think Spinch doesn't really have a lot of range, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think Spinch is just gonna move up the full 60. Get up to right there.
Oh, did I miss his turn?
Oh.
I missed his turn. My bad.
You did. Well, here, do you want
he
him to
would-
go first, and then I'll just have Spinch move after?
Yeah, he would attack you once and then get on the Devil's Ride. So he rolled just a 13.
Nope, that will miss.
Yeah. And he does start up the Devil's Ride, but he can't go yet.
Okay. Does he look like fairly hurt by like what he's received so far, or like does he seem fully healthy, pretty much?
Yeah, I mean he has an arrow like in his shoulder. He seems like he's perfectly fine to drive though. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Spinch moves up. Cool. All right, and then Lulu moves up. Now she has a really fast fly. I think she can probably get up there. Yeah. So Lulu gets up there. She'll give you flanking. And she only has her tusks left, so she'll try and tusk him, but she unfortunately isn't able to pierce through. He is wearing... Oops, I think I accidentally added him again. A half-plate armor.
Even with advantage, jeez.
Yeah.
Hard stuff.
Yep. All right. Okay, then Tamila.
Okay, Tamila, I think she can get up to him on Shadow, so she's gonna hop on Shadow, and I think she's going to dash to, in front of this vehicle.
Okay.
I think with the intent that, like, if he pulls out, that maybe she can attack then.
Mm-hmm.
Out of. If someone provokes an opportunity attack, can you use that to try to grapple them? The grapple is an attack, right?
No,
I think you
opportunity
only do
attacks have to be weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, she's probably then not gonna do that. She's probably gonna just stay back and shoot at him then.
Okay.
Alright, so that was her 50 feet to get to there.
Okay.
And then 2 arrows. To try to damage him.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, sneak attack, and she'll put Hunter's Mark into this. Why not?
Okay.
Let's see. Hunter's Mark. And... Sorry. Lots of things to turn on. Okay. And regular silver arrows. Alright, first one.
Yes, that hits.
Yeah. Great. Perfect. And then I turn off hunters but leave. No, I turn off sneak but leave hunter's mark on. For the
Do
second
you have
one.
sneak?
Dang, that's one.
I only get sneak is once per
Oh, that's
round.
right, once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
and you got the crit on the wrong one.
So sad. It'll work. That works. I'm happy with that.
Alright, so dang. Alright, so 8. That's a really good hit. Now he's looking pretty rough. Okay. Madcaps. What's their movement speed? 25. These poor little guys aren't gonna get very far. We'll get them to like bearish. One of them's behind your. I have to move your zombie a second. Okay. Alright, then Vin.
Alright. How like do these things have like keys on them? Like traditional like motorcycle like things?
I think it's more like a crank just to get it going.
Do I know if the crank is removable?
I think you'd have to break it.
Okay, I'm not that strong. I'm not gonna be that strong. Alright, down to this. I'm just gonna punch him a bunch and hit him. Be like, hey, I did try to talk to you, and then you just insulted me, so,
Yeah.
there's that. Oh, vantage.
Nice.
So for the first one, still that 23.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's giving me that +2 extra. Oh, I have bless on, that's why. Which I should not have on. And then attack number 2. 19 for 8, and...
You have advantage on that too. Oh, you already rolled it. Never mind. Duh.
Yep. And then, yeah.
Okay, great.
So, do all of those hit?
Yeah, all this hit. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll go with the first damage for it. So then that would be for 21.
Yeah.
Total damage.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. All right, and you're staying there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. All right, red caps. Okay, they can almost get there. Do they have a ranged attack they can do? No, they don't. Alright, so they're just gonna move up. I guess they'll dash to get up close so they can get an opportunity attack, maybe.
Yep.
And then Barnabas. Do another magic missile from safety. Nice, this guy is very close to death. You can hear him. His breathing is so ragged that it's difficult for him. Okay. Jing's gonna try and shoot him. Ah, she misses. Okay. All right. He is going to start, or the car's already started, so he's gonna drive. So that is opportunity attacks from you, Lulu, and the 2 red caps.
Okay. I'll do mine. It's just normal now.
Mm-hmm.
22 for 9.
Okay. All right. That is that's enough. Yeah, so you're able to take him out right as he takes off, and the car just flips over, its wheels spinning in the side of the ground. And it's just kind of like doing donuts on the ground.
Actually, can I, if you're okay, can I say non-lethally?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because it hasn't been.
I didn't get a chance to talk to him, and he seems to know something, so...
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that does put us out of combat for now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What would you like to do with this? First of all, the motorcycle is a threat because it's just like spinning out of control.
Do some crazy monk shit and jump on top of it. Take control.
Yeah, I was going to say, Vin will try to calm it down at least and
Okay. Give me
turn it off.
acrobatics or athletics to get on it.
Acrobatics. Oh, only a 9.
All right. You take 4 bludgeoning damage as the wheels push you away.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up and try.
Okay.
Get off my cat. You say it was choice of acrobatics or athletics?
Yep.
I'm not very good at this.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to time it just right and dodge the spinning wheels and get on there and crank it to turn it off. And you see his slumped body was like pressing on the acceleration. Falls off at this point. But he's still breathing.
All right. I guess we can tie him up. Is everyone good with that? Talk to him. Maybe find out who he works for. And then get out of here.
Was this Barnabas's Devil's Ride, or is this our Devil's Ride now? Is this our new?
I think
This
that's
was this guy's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, unless Barnabas says something, yeah, I think I'm taking this back. I like looking at it and see if it's damaged and like getting it ready to go while y'all are tying him up.
I'm not hearing anything, so I'm guessing yes.
Yeah, so should we? And I'm
yeah,
kind of
he's fine with it.
directing a little bit towards Barnabas too. Like, should we take him with us and like talk to him when he wakes up, or are we going to like try to wake him up here and talk to him?
Can we ask Barnabas what that tattoo means?
He's Bitter Breast Gang. Must be a scout. I think they'll be coming here soon.
What's the Bitter Breast Gang?
Mostly hobgoblins. Bitter Breath. He lost his voice to Zariel.
Lost his
Is
voice.
the Bitter Breath is Bitter Breath a hobgoblin, or is Bitter Breath something else?
Bitter Breath is a devil. Big guy. Big horns.
Well, all the more reason to skedaddle. Right? Right.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to.
I think we need to take. I do need to take like an hour rest, but like we can do it on the road.
I mean, do we like? What do you want to learn from this guy? Like, isn't it better to just not have a liability?
I don't know. I feel like we could, if we at least keep him, we can ask him questions, and then maybe once we're gone, like they're after the rods. But if they know that Bell already has the rods, then Bell's in trouble, not us, right?
Sorry, just
Well,
FYI.
I think after the rods to give them to Bell. They want Bell to owe them a favor.
Oh yeah, then just say that. Like if they know, like they're not going to be able to catch up once they figure things out, and it will be too late if we let him off. Like like a 2-hour drive away.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance that he can sabotage us if we leave him alive, and I don't know if that's worth whatever questions we can try to ask him. But I'm okay with it. Let's get going.
Just a little, y'all can hear me, right? Just a little bit more information. Crikey used to be part of Bitter's Breast's crew, and apparently Bitter Breast's crew is at war with the Soul Collector's crew. The Soul Collector being Alagoran, who I think is like runs the Gladiator arena that we have to get that we have to like go get the piece for the Modrons or the guy for the guy for the Modrons.
Right.
Look it out there for a second. There's an FYI on who Bitter Breath is from our notes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth talking to him at least.
Let's
Do we want to steal his half plate?
I'm stealing his bike, yeah.
No, his half plate.
No, I mean, I don't need armor.
Do you Who in our group armor? Can wear it? Does Spitch want it, or Crikey or anyone else? You want to put your zombie in a zombie in a half plate?
I do. I really do. But then again, there's a zombie like in the making right here. It's already wearing it.
What's the? Oh, that's why you want him dead. That makes sense. Okay.
You don't have to kill him to steal his armor.
But don't worry, Pavel. Like, you know, information is powered. Isn't that what you always say? It's so good. It's so nice to have information. Like, you love information.
I just feel like everyone that we talk to, though, is like all tight-lipped and they don't actually know anything helpful, and they just...
Well, I mean, if he's all tight-lipped, I mean, we can just let him go free and, maybe make a friend for later.
That we talk to is like turning around and backstabbing us. I really hate it.
Okay. Well, Pavel, he's an orc, right? We can toss him into the sticks if you're worried.
He's a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin, sorry.
Same
thing, right? He's immortal. We can toss him in the sticks.
Well, I mean, why would we do that when we can have another zombie?
Oh yeah, I'm cool with that too.
You already have a lot of zombies, don't you?
I just lost 2 zombies.
This is a good zombie, though. Look at this dude.
Like the bodies are still like fine, right? You can just go pick up the 2 zombies.
They've been eaten by rocks.
Oh right, yeah. That guy had a lot of bones. Are bones anything?
He cut out, Pavel.
Yeah.
Sorry, like we're spending too much time arguing about this. Bitterwets guys are on the way. You can have your conversation. Let's go, please.
Okay.
Okay,
so now we have.
Did you bring me here for a reason?
Oh, not really, honestly.
Was I who asked that? Chugga asked that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
actually did, but then that's no longer important.
Yeah. See, Chugga, look at this ship. You think you could drive one of these if it was not turned over?
No, this needs crew.
Okay. Well, not gonna do anything different about that right now, but good to know.
Okay. All right. So we go back to your vehicle, which was parked a bit away. I do need dex saves for the first a survival check for navigating the fire plane to get to your car.
Survival, you said?
Yeah. Okay.
18.
Nice.
And then that is actually enough to navigate away from the fire spouts. So no dex checks are needed.
Right.
So you get to your car, and we need perception, and you have 2 devil's rides now, right? So who's driving what?
I want mine. Does someone else want this other one? You can't fight with it unless Chugga spend some time putting another auto forward. I don't think we have the parts for it. But,
it's not very useful for me, and I don't think Spinch wants something like that necessarily. Pavel, do you want one?
Pavel could use one and be able to be effective on it, but he does not want to drive one because he has books to work on.
Okay.
I mean,
So
we can
then-
give it to Lahiri. I think she would like to have one too.
Yeah, sure.
As a temporary thing.
Yeah, she can do it.
I think the probably intent is unless someone actually wants it and we can like retrofit it to be like a thing, we're probably gonna sell this as soon as we get back to
Yeah,
bodies.
I'd rather have ink than Will's
Yeah, I mean, we'll sell it, but we do need to keep it until we can sell it. So
Yeah, if you want to gift it temporarily to Lahiri,
Sure.
it'd be from you. Be from you.
Why is that important?
It's important, Pavel.
Pavel scratches his head.
I go back to my regular bike.
I go back to the car, taking my tied up prisoner with me.
Do I need to check to make sure we have enough seats? I think we do. I think we're fine.
We gained one, so that does help.
Yeah. Yeah, and we lost
We lost 2 zombies.
We're good.
Yeah.
So what does Barnabas say? Is he joining us and like going to travel with us for a while, at least till we talk to this dude?
Yeah, Barnabas gives you the option to go to Fort Knucklebone or go to Bell.
I mean, we need to go straight to Bell, don't we? Like, can't.
Yeah.
I mean, Fort
We can't
Knucklebone's like
show
is Maggie's, right? It's like
Yeah.
on the way.
we
Yeah.
can't show up there without Clonk.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
But
Right.
we could leave him there and then just go the rest of the way to Bell.
Yeah, I think we would
And just-
travel with Barnabas to where it makes sense to peel off to Fort Knucklebone, and unless Barnabas wants to come with us all the way to Bell's, with the intent of afterwards we could go back to Maggie's, or probably afterwards we have to keep looking for the stuff for Bell.
Yeah.
The answer to Barnabas is
we're not
Bell.
quite. We got like Mahadi's is up that way in theory, so like we need to probably go see them again for the hag bit. We probably might. I think his thing had something to do with the tower, maybe. I don't remember the gorilla guy.
Oh.
So that was up north, and then eventually we need to make our way back down here anyway to go to the Colosseum, which is somewhere in here, I think.
But yeah, so for first is Bell, right? For sure. Or first is probably traveling till this guy wakes up, but yeah, Bell. So does Barnabas want to go with us to Bell, or does he just want to travel with us for a while and then he'll go back to Fort Knucklebones and we'll go to Bell and we'll talk to him later?
He'll go with you to Bell if you let him.
We do not want to let him, do we?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I feel like it might be like a better show for like Maggie and like helping us to like reinforce this alliance. I'm all for like kind of transparency in this and like not trying too much to deceive anybody. I think Pavel should message Bell to let him know that we're on the way.
Well, but then Bell might send like all of the hordes of Avernus after us. Like, I don't know that talking to Bell is a good idea.
But he's definitely okay. So all the hordes of Avernus after us, like we're going to him if they want to meet us and we can talk to Bell. Like that doesn't hurt us, right? Like if he's gonna attack, we can't prevent that.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Like I don't think we gain anything by messaging Bell.
His favor?
If we're gonna get his favor, we're gonna get his favor by showing up with the rods.
What if the Arcana Loth though gets to him first and whispers that we've betrayed him to Mad Maggie?
I mean, that's a kind of a hypothetical, and messaging doesn't stop that from happening.
Let's maybe decide after this guy wakes up. I want to know why he is here, and if the Canaloff told him to come, or if it was a coincidence that he came. But yeah, we don't have to message Bell yet, anyways. But I want the narrative to be that we are very helpful to Bell, and I want Bell to know about it as soon as possible before anyone else tells him anything. And the fact that Archaeoloth is alive bothers me. Just food for thought. Feel good to start driving?
Yep.
Is there a reason to bring Barnabas to Bell? I mean, like, we've already lied about Clonk.
We've not told him about Clonk.
We said that Clonk was here and just having, like, a sleep.
Yeah, that's the issue, right?
You said Chugga was here and having a sleep. I don't know. It's a live mission. I don't know. I don't think it's too late to come clean if we wanted to. I guess the thing is, like, I don't want to be caught in a lie and, like, sour the relationship with Maggie, because we do need her to recover Lulu's memories, and I think it's worth doing anything we can to preserve the relationship with Mad Maggie. Like, even over Bells. And I feel like bringing Barnabas is a good way to do that. Also, he's kind of helpful. Is Pavel a little sad that another wizard is shooting fireballs? And
No, Pavel likes Barnabas. He's just very, like, wary of this sort of horrible, like, web that we have cast for ourselves, and letting the Arcanoloth go, and letting Clonk be kidnapped, and now everyone in hell is after us, and if we tell Bell, we have no, like, way to know how Bell's going to react, and Pavel is repeatedly learning that, like, telling people, giving, like, other people information is, like, a bad thing to do.
Mm-hmm. That is very in character for Pavel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's take it one step at a time then. We're heading, I think, up the River Styx. For now, at least. And eventually this guy wakes up, and we'll talk to him, and we'll go from there. Yeah?
Yep. Cool. Seems like a plan.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So we need a survival check for navigation, and then a perception check for just looking out for threats, and then it'll be 8 hours of downtime. Okay. Very good. Vin, you do notice about an hour into your trip, you notice that some cars, some infernal machines pull up to the fortress that you came from.
Yep.
Behind us?
I'll just yell around. I'll just yell around and be like, "Looks like we have about an hour lead."
Can we
Maybe
tell
less.
who they are? Can you see him through your spy
I?
glass, Pavel, or?
I'll give the spy glass to Vin.
Yeah, give me another perception or investigation with advantage.
With advantage.
There you go.
18
Nice.
still. I double clicked.
Okay, 18. Pretty good. You do see what looks like a lot of red-skinned humanoids, and one large devil with big horns.
Oh, well, that might give it away then.
Yeah. How many?
There were 2 cars full of like demon grinder. One was a demon grinder, one was a scavenger. So about
like
12, 16.
Yep. So I'll just say, yep, we have like an hour lead. That's not a lot of time.
The Maggies can teleport, but Barnabas's car can't, and the bikes can't.
No,
Right.
and it can only
I'm
how far can it teleport? It's not that far.
Yeah, I don't think it was very far, like 50 feet or something. Maybe
I
100.
thought it was like 300.
Oh, 300.
Like
Yeah,
it's
is
not,
300. It's in
which
the
is still
character sheet.
which at the speed we're going is not that much, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Are the grinders in named creatures and persons? Surely not. War machines.
Yeah, war machines.
Devils for mine. Scavenger Mag. Okay. So yeah, Maggie can go 100 feet. The scavenger go 100 feet. The Devil's Rise go 120. So yeah, in theory, we can stay ahead of them potentially. There is that one jump that we'll have to do on the little bridge if we go straight to Bells.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That little...
over there.
Do we get a short rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm gonna ask, like, I have to kind of shout at him unless he can cast a message, but like, Pat, was there anything you can do to like obscure our path? Maybe we can lose them.
I don't know. Prestidigitation, maybe? It's probably not very good. And I want to read my book that makes me smarter.
After an hour, also, your friend wakes up.
okay.
Waiting for you guys to finish your short rest.
Yeah, hang on.
No
Might
rush.
make Spinch do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a
And do that before he
clear.
short rests.
Yeah, prestidigitation is the best option. And I don't think it's going to be enough to obscure a large vehicle's passing.
Yeah, minor illusion, and yeah, that's about all I can do.
Just don't think I need that much. I rolled too much.
So did Pavel and Vin, did they see the demon grinders following us, the bitter best crew, or we
Not
just saw them
not
at the
yet.
summit?
Just arriving.
Yeah,
But
they just
it's
arrived.
assumed.
Yeah.
It's assumed that we're gonna get to the. They figure out that they're not there, and then they see us going towards Bell, and are gonna try to catch up, right? So.
I mean, they don't necessarily know who we are. We didn't necessarily leave any signs that pointed to us. They would have to. Obviously, when they follow, they'll see where we go. But I don't think they know who we are yet.
Yeah, we didn't let the scout go.
Oh, the troll, or not the gnoll. The gnoll can describe us.
It's true.
What did we tell the gnoll? Anything? I don't think the
He said
gnoll
he-
saw the flaming skull. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think we really did tell him much. He wasn't really altogether there, and he didn't want to come with us.
Maybe they'll die to the abyssal chicken.
Yeah, maybe they'll figure out the abyssal chicken.
There's a 100
either-
foot tall abyssal chicken over there.
All right. Yeah, so he wakes up and he starts struggling in his ropes. Give me a second.
I think Vin's
It'd be a-
on
I feel like
here.
Can we say we put him in the hold and the zombie wearing his armor is like sitting on his chest?
Yeah, I think that would be a nice scare tactic. Coming
Yeah,
up from
for
that.
sure. And he was this guy. Okay. Just getting his sheet up, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it says Grace there. Oh, I did open Grace's sheet too. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he didn't roll very well. So he's just like grunting, and you guys hear him moving around, but he's stuck. You're just gonna leave him there?
I feel like I'm on my bike, so I'm gonna like not participate unless someone talks to me specifically. I feel
Yeah,
like
I guess it would
Pavel
be
and Vin,
Pavel, and Spinch.
yeah. But I think Tamila's communicated that she wants to find out why he was there, and specifically if the Arcana Law sent him. Is I think
Pavel
proving-
will send a message to Tamila to let her know that the hobgoblin is starting to wake up and ask if she wants to talk to him.
I'm just gonna convey that to Pavel. Find out if the Arcana Law sent him. You're good at talking to people, Pavel.
Not really.
Better than I am.
Then do you want to talk to him? I mean, you kept him alive, right?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll talk to him. I pull him out of the hold. And I think we won't even... I don't think Vin will even want us to slow down. Vin will just do it on top of the car as they're going and just take him out of the hold real quick. Be like, hi, how are you?
Sorry, I was taking a bite
How
of
was your
something.
nap? Oh, okay.
No worries.
I thought he was. I was like, he's eating some zombie. He's pulling a Pavel. Okay.
He grunts at you and says, "Kept me alive. You really are dumb."
I mean, not too dumb. I'm guessing your friends are... I mean, depends how smart they are. I would say an hour and a half to 2 hours behind us.
Sorry, I had a thought. Did Crikey recognize him?
Yeah, Craigie would have recognized him, yes, and would have just said that he's a captain for Bitter Breath. But he
Okay.
doesn't know him personally.
Do you know his name?
Yeah, it would have been Clorcar.
Clorcar. So the Vin would say, so your name's Clorcar? Heard you're a captain. Must be fun.
What do you want?
Oh, honestly, just a little information would be great. I'm guessing you guys were looking for the things, the rods, right?
Maybe. What rods?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. What rods?
Do you want
I'll look at him to
to?
explain the rods.
I don't know. Is that what you were there for?
No,
Do you?
honestly. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Pavel.
I was going to say, yeah. Do you want to? Do you want to live?
It's a really good question.
I am alive, aren't I?
Well, see, here's the thing. And I understand. I'm sure you're very experienced
I
with
think
good
that's
cop,
a
bad
no.
cop.
I think that was a no.
You
I mean,
see,
it
hang on,
definitely wasn't a
Pavel.
yes.
Hang on, Pavel.
I think I'm scared of
He'd been...
puny humans.
Yeah. Here's the problem. He walks Pavel away and comes back. I know you know good cop, bad cop. Unfortunately, this is unfortunately the exact scenario we're in, and we did not plan it very well. So here's the problem. You met his zombie friend in there, right? He wants a friend for his friend, so to speak, and really doesn't want you to live, right? So if you're, if you give us a lot of useful information, we can justify, dropping you off or doing some other things instead. But if not, Pavel really likes to have some more zombie friends. He's very upset. The last one got eaten by a rock, and then the one before that got eaten by a giant centipede. So,
Give me an intimidation or persuasion with advantage.
oh, either one is just not great. Let's see. Intimidation. Oh, persuasion's the better of the two.
Okay. Yeah, because you did
I rolled as Spinch, but that's Vin's stats with a
Vincent's.
19.
Okay, great. Yeah. Um. Fine. We were told by Fetchtetter that Bell was looking for some rods here, something to mess with Zariel. Bitterbreath wanted them for himself.
What was he going to do with it?
Well,
'Cause I know give him the bell, right? But like,
no. He wants to fuck over Zariel himself.
oh. Okay.
She wronged him. She'll pay.
Neat. How'd she wrong him?
His voice, right?
She took away his voice, his power.
Oh. See, I misheard that, and I thought it was a voluntary thing, so that's on me. Huh. Okay.
I mean, he did tattoo it like a badge of honor.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like,
Mm-hmm. It's kind of one of those things like you take your scars on, like, like it becomes a part of you,
right. But I did think like, oh yeah, if I was like one of Zargo's favorite because I gave up a voice, that'd be something, right?
Yeah. No.
So does he just like write everything? Is he like a big writer, or does he have like a hand signal thing now?
He can use his mind to talk to us.
Okay, well, see, that's kind of cheating then, right? Like, it's
It
almost
has
as good as the
limited
voice thing.
range.
Yeah, so does the voice. I mean,
With a voice, you can speak to many at once. With his mind, he can only speak to one at once. Limits his commanding.
oh, that is true. That's true, I guess. Let's see. So you were not going to give it to Bell. You just wanted to screw over Zariel yourself. So really, as long as Zariel gets screwed over, he probably doesn't care too much. He'd probably just rather do it, right?
Yes. And he will.
Sure. Huh.
So you let me go now.
Ooh. I look around, I guess.
What will Bitterbreath do when you regroup with him?
I don't know his mind. He'll do whatever is
She was
best for
captain?
him.
He also speaks his mind, so to speak. Like Vin just like does like finger guns and starts poking him, looking at Pavel and doing the same thing.
He thinks it's tactical to chase you down and kill you himself, he will. If he thinks it's not tactical, he'll find another way to screw over Zariel.
Okay. So if we left you out like in the middle of nowhere, like there's a chance that he saves you, and there's a chance that nothing happens at all, right?
I do not need saving.
He says that as he's still tied up. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything else really.
I want
He
you
did answer
to
everything,
give.
though.
I want you to give a message to Bitterbreath, and I don't know what the message is yet.
Oh, well, you could probably give a message to Bitterbreath, just saying. Out of game, out of character.
Yeah. But
I'm
it's more
sorry, I
important to come
didn't
from
catch
him.
that. What was that?
I was just saying, you could give him a message. You could like talk to him, right?
I don't want to spend my spell slots. I don't know what we're going to get into.
Yes.
That's completely fair.
Yeah.
Do you want an alliance with Bitterbreath? Is that what Pavel thinks?
Well, I mean, I Pavel thinks that the enemy of my enemy is my enemy's enemy, so that's not a bad thing.
Pavel doesn't have friends. Alright. That's the concept of friends. Sorry. It's not true. I feel like we are friends, but it's good.
I think the message that I want to give is that the Flaming Fist and the Hell Knights also need to do injury to Zariel. I don't know if we're on board with that entirely, but I don't like Zariel. I don't want Zariel to be the Lord of Avernus at the end of this. I don't know if the rest of the group feels that way.
I'm inclined to help Lulu. Out of character, but if we had talked about this at some point, I'm inclined to help Lulu, and I feel like what Zariel is right now, defeating her might be helping her in a way, kind of a vibe. So, I don't know.
We need to rescue the Golden Tieflings as well.
Me too. Oh yeah, that is a thing. I don't think she's gonna be a good person, but I don't know if we know that yet.
You think Zariel is going to be a good person?
She's not going to be, but I don't know if we know that.
I don't think Zariel. I think that's very easy to prove by the fact that she is currently running hell. That she is not, quote unquote, a good person anymore.
I mean, she's like also a victim, right? I don't know. I don't know if she's a victim in need of saving or if she's a bad guy in need of murdering. Either way, I don't think she's going to be in power by the end of this, but she can be both. I think it's a good message. Tell him that there's new players in town. Right. Do we have a name? Are we just the Flaming Fists and Hell Knights?
Yeah, I mean...
Hellriders.
Yeah, Hellriders.
Hellriders?
I mean, we probably should get a name at some point, right?
I mean, we're on the Maggie.
Yeah, but I don't think calling ourselves the Maggies are a good thing either. If we're, like, we don't want to necessarily guarantee that we're aligned with Maggie.
You want to take a 10-minute break and think about it?
Think of as many team names as we can.
Yeah. Or we're your message.
Is there a... Yeah, I'm going to try to generate some names. Was there a name to, like, the region that we came from in the material plane? A kingdom or anything like that?
It was two different regions. So there was Eltergard, which is the surrounding area of Elturel, including Elturel, and then there's Baldur's Gate, which is... And then Pavel's from, like, a small town outside of Baldur's Gate.
But, like, other than the Sword Coast, there's nothing to, like, unify the region.
There's the river that was connected to y'all, the Chiantar.
That's actually not too bad. 10-minute break?
Yep.
10-minute break.
Sounds good.
message.
Hey.
We're all friends here. We gotta support each other. All right, what's your message, Pavel?
I think what we're doing is we're telling, and I mean, I actually don't need to be the person who tells him this if we're just giving it to the guy. But I mean, I do think the message that we're going to give him is that we're the Avernus Stabilization Syndicate, and that our goals align with Bitterbreath's. And that we will be in touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if that is the case, I'll ask Chugga to slow down the car just enough that we can basically just dump him off,
Okay.
cut his spines, and let him go, and
All right.
and wish him well.
All right. That all happens 1 hour into your journey. So you had your short rest. You deal with this guy, give him the message, learn a little bit about his squad, and then move on.
What exactly did you tell him? The Avernus
Yeah.
Stabilization Syndicate also seek to do injury to Zariel. Will be in touch. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think I said that our goals are aligned with Bitterbreath's and that we'll be in touch.
Our goals are aligned.
And I feel better about sending to Bell now. Because what's the Arcanoloth's name?
Fetch Tedder.
Fetch Tedder. I think that maybe Fetch Tedder is acting on his own, and it was like not.
But he does not. He's
right,
not
like
permission from Bell to be telling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can like if we tell Bell, like, hey,
betrayed you.
Like Bitterbreath was at the spot and trying to get the rods for himself. That is a piece of information that would not do us injury. It might let us learn something. Just letting him know that, and that they learned from Fetch Header.
I support
so
this.
Maybe I'll compose a. Hold on.
I'm kind of curious how Fetch Setter is like literally telling these warlords this. Like, can he message?
He definitely has. He definitely has sending. He certainly would have access to sending. Maybe.
If we found him today, he might be out of high-level spell slots.
Yeah, maybe.
He wasn't the one that was just in the middle of the river, was he?
No, that was a different Arcanoloth. This is the one at the Cybrix that was torturing it, and seemed like he had been for like years and was not able to get the location of the rods. So clearly, he was originally aligned with Bell. I assume he took our presence as like Bell being displeased with him enough that he is now like trained Bell to try to thwart us. Is what I am taking that to be. But yeah, he was the only one to escape of like him and the Chain Devils.
I feel like this is just his trump card at this point, right? Like, he does this, and that's it.
The Arcanoloth Fetch?
Yeah, I mean, he's been freed from his thing. Like, he's not gonna go back to Bell and be like, beg for mercy at this point. He's just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I was scared that he was going to like trying to poison Bell against us, but yeah, but it sounds like he's put all of his eggs into a basket of sowing discord to try to like get us murdered rather than. I will point out, like, I mean, it's nice that we let this dude, what's his name, Clorcar, live, but we did take his armor and his bike, so Bitter Breath might not be too receptive
Happy.
to his message. Yeah. But
I think
okay.
he'll get over it.
Well, and I think at the end of the day, if Bitter Breath is anti-Zerial, but also anti-Soul Eater, I think we're also very anti-Soul Eater. I'm pretty sure we will be. I don't know. I think Vin's rod is with the Soul Eater, so his staff that he's seeking, or his monk master.
Yeah, I think it is too. So that's why Vin. I mean, we will get there for sure at some point.
A lot of factions.
Okay. I've got my sending ready.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I've got a few more words, and I think I can do it just slightly better. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and cast sending to Bell, and I'm going to tell him, we bumped into Bitter Breath, who is looking for your rods and wants them for himself. Bitter Breath received the location from Fetch Tedder.
Will you put it in the chat from my notes?
Yes.
So you didn't actually tell Bell that we have them or are on our way.
I did not, because I don't want him to know that.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're good. You're good. You're good.
And what is the location of the rods?
That's crazy.
You can't answer, right? He's just responding to your message.
Not without casting another spell.
He'll send to you if he really wants to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let him know when we're closer to the hideout, I think.
That's fair.
Right? But that is really good info. I'm going to spend my Pearl of Power to get that spell slot back.
Wait, what's good info? The fact that Bell did not know?
Fetch Tedder somehow is Fetch Tedder's doing this without Bell's knowledge. Because if Bell instructed Fetch Tedder to tell everyone to do this, then Bell would Bell would have known what he was telling Fetch Tedder to do and where to go, or Fetch Tedder could tell him. So Fetch Tedder is not working for Bell at the moment.
Right. Oh yeah.
He's gone AWOL.
Did Bell ever tell us how many rods we were trying to recover? 9 just seems like an interesting number.
9, again, he'll probably tell us a number when we get there, hopefully.
It's
otherwise he's just going to say all of them. And
I didn't remember telling Bell where it was. I know that we messaged him, we told him that we knew the location. I guess I thought that I assumed that we told Bell the location already of the rods because there were people showing up. And wow, how did Fetch Tedder figure it out? Was he the
Cybrex told us, and then we traveled there. If he watched that, he would know. Right? I mean, because we took a rest before we fought the Vrox the first time, so he had a little bit of time. So did we say it out loud? Did we tell Bell? Because Cyprex would have told us in our head, right?
The
I
bell
think we did tell
doesn't
him the
know.
location because we thought he only needed the location, and then we realized that he needed the actual items.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his mission was to you guys to retrieve them and bring them back, and then it'll be an exchange.
I'm just leaving my notes to like.
Yeah, if you did tell him, I don't remember, so that's assuming that you guys haven't told him directly.
So
Can Pavel like have a think about and make a check on how might Vegetator have gotten the information? Like, is it most likely that he's somehow watching us, or did he use magic, or did he scry? Oh, could he have scried on us?
So also, I think we did say to Fetch Tedder that our goal was to get the rods from the Cybrex, for sure. So like he knew we were at least trying to get them. And I assume that when we took off, he could have put the 2 and 2 together.
You give me investigation to or Arcana, yeah.
Sorry, pressing the button. There we go.
Okay.
If we did coincidentally send him Bell, I did not put it in the notes. I'm assuming we did not send to him.
I think you just sent like you're on your way, essentially, and then you sent now. Yes, so Arcana check. There's some divination magic that he could have used to follow you, like I forget the name of the spell, like locate object, I think, and locate creature. And also just survival, like tracking. You guys didn't do anything to hide your tracks. You have, several cars, so it's pretty easy to follow you.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But yeah, it was either divination magic like scrying or locating, or just actual detective work. Or he has spies.
Okay. So our only fuck up was letting him live. I should have gone for darkness instead of fog cloud, just because like I forget that they're lost. They don't necessarily have devil's sight. It could have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Don't beat yourself up. I mean, he was gonna run, and it was gonna be hard to like keep there with the magic he had.
Okay, so another hour goes by. What are you guys doing for that hour?
Can I do anything useful while driving a bike?
Pavel is reading a book of puzzles.
Right. While driving a bike, not really. Just vibing.
I can maybe train with Shadow a little bit on like how to like, I don't know, jump off and jump back on potentially. She can dash it enough to keep up with the.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me animal handling.
And
she just seems confused about the whole seat situation. And so she's not really like sitting in it comfortably yet. And seems to avoid it. Like she seems to just like run alongside until she gets tired, and then she's like sits uncomfortably in the seat. She's not really following your orders with it. And then I forgot, Lahiri, she's driving the other bike. She'll ride up beside you, and you'll both hear like this like crackling sound coming from the bike. Think of like radio static. And she said she pressed this button on her bike to see what it did, and it started playing this static. And occasionally you hear the sound of like a woman's voice singing, but it goes back to static.
Do I recognize the voice of the woman singing?
Give me a history check.
I feel like there was somewhere in hell with a singing voice. I know there was an Elturel, but somewhere else too, maybe.
There was one in Baldur's Gate. There was like an inn.
Oh, was that in Baldur's
ghost that
Gate?
sang.
There was Elf Song Tavern, yep, where there's a ghost that sings every day. But in I believe you would have heard about this from Crikey, but there was or someone talked about it. You were talking about putting on a play with Vin.
Yeah, Leori talked about. There's a stage. I think it's in the Purple City.
It's actually in the
And
mountains.
they do jazz.
Yeah, they do jazz. It's in the mountains contra Dis somewhere. There's a stage where there's a jazz singer. You think
Does it sound like a jazz singer?
You would have never heard jazz before. It does sound like
Does she seem to recognize it?
She wouldn't have been worthy enough to go to this theater herself.
So is that like a radio? Did you just get like the radio on these things? Why haven't we tried this on any of the others? Can you change the station?
She just has an on and off button. Like a little toggle. Does
Tamilla's have a button like that?
Yeah, Tamila, you look on yours, and you do not find one.
Get Chugga to, like, I don't know, come over to the side and talk to him. Like, you ever seen anything like this? A device that plays music and static?
No, never seen. Like to pick apart.
Okay. Not right now, but like when we stop, sure.
The further disward you go, the less of the music she hears, and it's just static, and she turns it off.
So, can you ping which mountains this is towards? It's disward, you said?
Contradis.
And we're heading contradisward.
Yeah. It's like the mountains
Okay,
down,
okay.
yeah, down that way.
So kind of near the ship that crashed.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see.
She's not exactly sure where in the mountains it is, but she knows that she's just heard that there's a singer there.
Isn't that the front lines as well to the war? Is Contradis?
Abyss.
No, it's Abyss.
East.
There's like nothing beyond Contradis, right? It's just it's like if you punch through, you fall into the astral sea or something.
You sure?
Well, Pavel wants to find out.
Maybe the mountains continue forever. Or maybe it loops back on itself. Like a tiny sphere.
We've heard that if you like push out, you just get lost and turned around in nonsensical ways.
Yeah.
Wonder if you followed the river far enough. Surely it has to go somewhere.
You've also seen the river go not logically. It goes like back and forth. But yeah, you go to so that's their first 2 hours. So we'll do a new perception and survival for the next tile.
Yep. Are we going into this up here? The weird stick place?
Yeah, I don't know which way do you guys
We're
want to
going.
go? You want to go straight, I assume?
Yeah,
or-
let's go straight forward and then
Okay.
forward and then over. Yeah.
Okay.
We came that way. There's a little fountain of the Ichor from before.
Yeah.
Grab that.
I would not have advantage on that, so that is just the natural 1.
You do not spy anything different or like that's not just plain to see. It just seems like wasteland in this area.
Mm-hmm.
But you are able to navigate well for the next 2 hours. You can add 2 hours to your book there, Pavel.
Thank you.
Okay. And then we hit, there's this tributary of the river Styx, so the smaller, thinner branch coming out. Which you can all, the bikes can jump over, and then you can teleport with your vehicle.
Oh, but what's his name can't.
Ooh.
I just realized
Yeah.
that.
What about? Yeah.
So
What
he
about?
might have to. He might have to
Yeah.
wait here or go the long way around.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bridge here, so he would have to have gone this way or around this way.
I guess we probably knew that enough to talk to him and ask him what he wants to do.
He might just want to go back to Mad Maggie's then, if he knows that like we're going to basically have the whole conversation before he even gets there.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll just go to Maggie's, because he trusts Pavel based on the really good rolls last session, so, he believes that Pavel's gonna do right by him in this deal. So he goes to Mad Maggie just to report. So he splits off. Okay. Next 2 hours. Another survival and perception, please.
There we go. That's better.
Okay. As you're passing through this area... Wow, okay, hang on. Have we not gone through this tile? Or maybe we didn't roll well. Alright, you see...
We would have been coming from Muhadi, so we might have like missed it and like came more through here.
Yeah. Yeah, so this will
Eventually.
be new area for you. You see a bunch of wrought iron trees that create like a trail towards a summit of a steep hill. And on the trees, metal branches, you see bodies writhing in torment as bloated sturges, which are kind of like devil mosquitoes, are feeding on their corpses, or their living bodies, sorry. And I think I have a picture of it.
They're living?
Yeah, they're like writhing in pain. This is a sturge.
What kind of living bodies?
They appear to be knights, like some sort of humans and humanoids.
Hellriders.
Take a look.
I'll give a spyglass to Vin.
Perception or
Okay.
investigation with advantage.
Definitely perception.
How many?
Advantage.
Like hundreds, thousands?
Maybe 7.
27's really good. Alright, give me a second. I want to answer the question on how many. I don't think I have how many.
And you said there was a path of them up to like a summit?
Yeah, there's like a path of trees up to a summit of a hill. And then there's there's another tree at the top of the hill. A really large tree. It doesn't say how many. I'm gonna go with hundreds. And your perception check, very good. You see that they are definitely hellriders. Many of them are paladins or fighters wearing hellrider armor. And they're all like pinned to these metal trees. And there's like plaques on the trees with words on it that you can't see from this distance, but you can tell that there's like something written there. The sturges are feasting hungrily on them. And then at the top of the hill appears to be a particularly important person, but they're also pinned to a tree.
I'm gonna get the attention of the others. Like, I feel like we need to investigate this a little bit. I know that we might be in pursuit, but I think it's. I don't think I can drive past this.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we need to, like, finish them off at least. Like, bury them properly.
Do they become Hell Knights if you do that?
Better than this. And if that were true, then I feel like Zariel would have come and done that. Let's
Could be.
let's
Yeah.
let's go
Maybe
to
they're
the
from
first one.
an older battle.
I think they are. I think they're from the original. Make more sense they're from the original battle. And I'm gonna drive towards the first one.
Okay. Yeah, you come up next to one of the trees, and you get close enough to read the inscription that attests that this was a mortal knight who abandoned Zariel during her assault into Avernus. And it has, their name and their rank, which seems to be fairly low rank. But as you approach, the Sturges attack. So we need to roll initiative. I'm going to put you on a thing here. And I got to put the Sturges on in a sec.
Is every single one of these trees?
Yeah, every tree has
Person.
a knight pinned to it.
Right, so yeah, like hundreds of years ago that happened.
Yeah. So these
I'll
are
go ahead and
old.
roll initiative.
Initiative.
Do you want all of us to roll, or I mean, Tamila's the only one over there currently, I guess. But I guess we would all probably be heading that way.
I think you would be
Unless you
like right
follow me.
behind her, I assume. Like probably 20 feet behind her because her ride is faster. All right, Pavel, you see the Sturges all stop feeding and look towards Tamila.
Well, I mean, Sturges are just Sturges. I'm going to. Why am I first? Yeah. I will. I mean, let's just. I don't think they have many hit points. So I'm gonna go for this one that's closest to Tamila, and I'm gonna give it a mind sliver.
Okay.
And if that kills it, then that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What is that? Intelligence?
It's intelligence, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It rolls a 7.
So that's 11 psychic damage.
And that kills it.
Neat.
Camilla.
The person, the knight, are they undead? Do I get the impression that a well placed arrow to their temple would, relieve their pain, or probably not? Like,
Yeah,
have
give
a
me
vibe there?
investigation or arcana.
I guess they're the same. She's not terribly magical, so she'll go and 17.
17. Yeah, so these people appear to be mortals, but there must be some magic upon them that's causing them to live through this.
I think
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they do appear undead. Sorry. But not
do
like
appear
they're
undead.
not like rotting or anything. But there's just something about their wounds that reminds you of the zombies.
Trying to think about the zombies that Pavel has. Yeah, I guess I probably have an impression that you have to like either decapitate it or burn it to like destroy it, right? Just a single arrow might not. I don't know. Mechanically, do I think if I damage it, it'll destroy it? Sorry, it beyond
Right.
the magic. Like if it was just like a normal zombie, I could just do that. It would just be the
Seems
extra
like
magic potentially.
yeah, every undead you face had their gimmick, right? Like vampires have a gimmick and zombies have like you just need to hurt them enough and then hurt them some more, so some don't, like
I'm gonna
skeletons, you just kill them. So you're not really sure.
I'm gonna put an arrow through it.
All
I'm
right.
gonna probably actually slow down and see if we want to leave. But I am going to shoot an arrow at this one.
Okay.
And see if I can maybe.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll
Well, I
away.
had bless on last time, but I don't think it made a big difference. Okay. Arrow.
Nice.
Good arrow
Yeah.
shot.
You watch it pierce through his armor, and hit him, and he cries out in pain.
Okay. Feel bad. I am going to probably drive back towards the group.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself wherever you want to be. And then Vin. You might be on mute.
Sorry
Is this
about
the
that.
big tree?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like if Tamila's just leaving, and that's the plan, and we're all backing up, I think I'm not gonna go and engage with the birds at this point.
Actually, I kind of want to change my mind. I didn't realize this was the big tree. I want to drive towards it if that's acceptable. I want to go see who's up there.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so she'll go. Oh, she has 100 movement on the bike, doesn't she?
120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
120, yeah. She'll drive up to the big tree then.
All right. You see what appears to be an elf vampire impaled upon the tree. He is not currently being attacked by... Oh, no, there is a Sturge there on him. But he doesn't seem to be writhing as much as the others. It's as if he's just used to it. And he sees you, and his throat is completely parched and dry, and he says, "Help me."
Do I recognize him?
Give
Yeah,
me
I'm getting a little hint from the handout, but
yeah.
I don't think I
You
recognize.
don't recognize him, no.
So I had a vision in El Terrell in the crypts, with the one cleric. Was by any chance he in that?
Yes, there was. You would have seen the younger version of him in that vision. So yeah, he would look like this guy, who was one of the main commanders in the ride with Zariel into hell.
I think I'm. Have I exhausted my turn, or do I still have my second shot, or is that like not reasonable?
I think you've exhausted it with all this thinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, Vin then. So you saw Tamila press F forward.
Oh, okay. If Tabella's going forward, I guess I'm just gonna get off of the car and go 10, 20, 25. Yep, right about there. And I'm just gonna hold my action to see if the birds are doing anything. If they start attacking, I'll attack. If not, I just want figure out what's going on. So I'll just wait.
Okay.
And I'll just say Spinch is doing something similar, just probably like about
Yeah, go
there.
ahead and move him. Yeah. All right. And yeah, they are going to attack. So whatever held action you would like to take.
Yeah, I'll do an attack real quick. I hope if I'm on the right sheet here. Okay. So Vin first, and then we'll do Spinch next.
Okay.
So 17
Yeah.
or 12. That hits.
Yep. Which one?
We'll go the one kind of diagonal to me.
There's two.
Oh, I'm missing that because I'm clicking on Spinch right now. We'll do top diagonal.
Okay, thank you. All right, yeah, you killed that one.
Okay, and then
punch it right out of the air.
Yeah. Then Spinch, same thing with a sword. Let me switch over. Except he's not blessed, so that's just a 14.
That's just enough, yeah.
Okay. So 8 for
All right.
him. On, we'll say diagonals as well.
Okay, great. Gets that one. All right, so
and
then... okay.
Vin killed a person. So Vin will take temporary hit.
Oh yeah, get your temp
as well.
All right, so then we get 3 attacks. It's 2 on Vin. Does a 17 hit?
17 just hits.
Okay, so that's 6 piercing, and he attaches to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for that.
That didn't get into my real hit points, so that's good. Okay.
But the other one rolls a 23, so another 6 piercing, as this one also attaches to you. I don't know what to do for
2 real damage there.
We'll do it. And then on Spinch rolls a 21 for 4 piercing.
Okay.
If that hits.
Spinch is almost full, so
okay.
Yeah, 21 does hit.
Okay, great.
Just an 18. Okay.
All right, Pavel.
Oh my gosh, it's happening. It's happening. There's a use for acid splash. Pavel runs up.
Finally! Finally!
It's a dex, but I'm guessing that because they're attached, they're worse. Oh my god, so it's a dex.
All right. On the ones on Vin, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, rolls a 10 and an 8.
Laughs in gleefully as he gestures maniacally with his hands and his staff in the air, and this cloud of vapor condenses over you, Vin, and then this torrent of acid just like splashes down from above, covering the two sturges, and they just shrivel up and burn and fall off.
Absolutely. Yep. All right, back to Tamila.
Is there a sturge in front of me attached to this dude?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right.
My friends are fine. They got this.
Oh, that misses.
12 though. Once more. Oh, that's no good.
That one actually hits
Sorry, dude.
Jander. You hear him, like, you see him wince in pain.
Feel sorry. That was my turn though.
All right, Vin.
I'm just gonna run and I'll get the last one off of poor Spinch here.
Yeah, with
Just do a
advantage. I'm
quick
sure
attack.
you'll get it. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get it. I'm sure that I won't struggle with this at all. I'm saying that very loud, and let's see here. Yeah, that will probably do it.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
that'll do it. Yeah. You see some of the other sturges are scared off and fly away from this combat, except for the one by Tamila. Okay, Spinch. Oh, you also have some movement left, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll just start running up to Tamila then.
Yeah.
I didn't even count. I was here.
Yeah,
So
right
10, 25 to there. So just another 20 would get me back about to here.
Yep.
And then Spinch, I'll just say Spinch just spends his whole turn running toward Tamila. Well, here there are people on these trees, right?
Yeah. Yeah, every tree has a knight attached to it.
Okay. I do feel like Spinch would probably try to start getting some people down then. So we'll just say Spinch runs up to this tree here and just starts getting the person down from it.
Okay. Yeah, give me an athletics.
Yeah. Oop. Just an 11 for Spinch.
Okay. It's enough, but it causes him a lot of pain. You see him screaming as he's slowly sliding off of this branch. And then as he falls from the branch, he actually takes a really big deep breath and passes away.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right, so there's that Sturge on the guy. He's going to, since you attacked him, he's going to try and attack Tamila. Rolls a 9 though. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, Pavel.
I mean, do I need to go up this way just in case? I'm uniquely good at destroying the sturges, it seems. Pavel is going to make his way up just 30 feet to here, and he's going to take a look at this guy. I want to do like an Arcana or Nature or something to figure out.
You still there?
Sorry, I got muted. So Pavel wants to do some sort of intelligence check to figure out how this stuff works and who we might be offending by helping these guys. I'm guessing Zariel.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, give me an Arcana or Investigation.
okay. Thank you.
Nice. So this is definitely these some sort of curse placed upon them for eternal undeath. As long as they are impaled by the tree, they'll know pain forever. And it seems to have been done by someone that greatly hates hellriders.
Okay. Can I this person that's here? Can I ask them who did this?
This one seems to be mad. In fact, all of them seem to have been driven mad by the pain, except for the one that Tina was talking
Okay.
to.
Okay. Well, that's a move and an action, so I think I'm done.
Okay. Tamila.
I'll swing at it and try to kill the Sturge with my short sword, my silver short sword.
Okay. Yep. Wait, what's
No
the
plus
+2
2.
for?
Yeah, no
Aw,
plus 2,
no.
sorry. It's not a... Nope.
No, it dodges away.
Alright. That worked. Okay, did I get it?
Yes,
enough?
that gets it. Yeah, you impale it right as it's dodging. You get it right in the midsection and impale it with your short sword.
Okay. And I'll redirect my attention towards him. Does he have a unique plaque on his?
Yeah. Let's see.
Or if I don't have that to do this turn, that's also fine. I can just be done.
Yeah, it's not unique. It's the same as the other ones. It has his name, but he is a general.
It says General Jander Sunstar.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. Okay, so we're out of combat. We can get out of this for now. And he just asks you to take me off the tree, free me.
Yeah, I'm inclined to. I'm gonna maybe cautiously proceed especially if my group is reconvening. He's a vampire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I remember from the vampires in El Terrell that they need blood, not water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to cut my hand and put it in a little vial. Put some blood in a vial. I have a
Nice.
vial.
Go ahead and take a d4 of damage. So 1 point of damage. And yeah, do you have your
I
vial?
have to pour out a thing of tar to do it. I have like 10 vials of tar to make the fire arrows.
Yeah.
Let's waste one.
Okay. There you go. His voice seems a little bit better now. Thank you.
Yep, and I'll maybe wait for help, but I'm gonna start trying to get him off the tree.
All right. You can make an athletics check.
Someone want to come help? That's athletic.
Pavel is yelling, "Wait, we should ask questions!" He's running up the...
What are you saying, Pavel?
We should ask questions!
What do you want to ask? I'm like standing there, like kind of like with his maybe like his arm like around my shoulder, like ready to like lift him off. Just looking at Pavel, like, what do you want to ask?
Pebble like gets up the hill. He's like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a hill. When you get him down, he's gonna die. That's how the trees work. Look, we should figure out like what happened here."
He's kind of like a different type of undead. He's not like a zombie.
Well, I mean, maybe we should still like. Are you? Hey, hi.
Okay.
I'm Pavel. We are the Avernus Stabilization Syndicate. We're here to help you. We're definitely gonna get you down and try to put all of you to rest. But what happened here? How did this happen?
Oh, I did have an empty vial.
A long story. I guess I have forever, though. I was born on the island of Evermeet.
It's probably relevant. Keep going.
I left Evermeet in search of adventure to be heroes like you. In 786, I joined the armies of King Sarshel of Implator, serving under the 3 paladin princes. As a knight of the Order of the Triad, in the Battle of the Moaning Gorge, 2 of the princes were killed, but the forces defeated the armies of the Baelor Nedulu, driving both the demon and his horde back into the abyss. The final prince became the king, and he began the harrowing of Nord, purging all of the fiend worshippers in the kingdom. I grew weary of the work, and with my friend I left and went to the Dale Lands. In 796, in the year of the Grey Mists, this is all real. We became
We're listening, and we're really listening. I'm getting some of these words.
Yep.
We became members of the Silver Six, and we slew a red dragon in Marydale. A few weeks later, the Dale was plagued by a group of vampires. 2 of our 6 were killed, and Marydale became Daggerdale. I was turned, eventually, by the vampire lord Cassiar. In 1892, I was able to slay Cassiar and escape from his influence. In early 10th century DR, I ended up in the Goblin Marshes, where I fell in with a slave revolt led by Haruman, the boy warlord. Haruman eventually became the Lord Knight of the Far Hills, ruling a fiefdom out of Farkeep, a citadel later known as Darkhold. I became a knight banneret in Haruman's service. While questing to the west of Farkeep, I encountered Zeriolite crusaders and learned of their cause. Moved by their grand desire to strike at the very heart of evil, something which seemed to echo my own eternal struggle, I returned to Farkeep and converted Haruman to the Zeriolite cause. We rode to El Terrell, where the Lord Knight of the Far Hills pledged himself as the 3rd general of the crusade, joining General Yale and Alanthius, Lord of El Terrell. Under the command of Zariel and the generals, us crusaders marched to war against a demon lord named Yinogo, outside a small town called Idleglen. I was the commander of one of the cavalry wings. As the battle seemed to be drawing to a close, Yinogo captured General Yale and fled through a portal. Zariel, riding a golden hollyphant, led an army through the portal in pursuit, emerging into Avernus. During the Battle of Avernus, while the 3 armies were engaged with Yinogu's army, An army of devils approached. I panicked. We can't fight both hell and the abyss, I thought, and I led a chunk of the army back through the portal to Ioglen. The portal slammed shut behind us, leaving Zariel, Yale, Olanthius, Haruman, and most of the Crusaders trapped in hell. I don't know what caused the portal to close. I was the highest-ranking officer that survived. Us deserters became known as the Hellriders, an awful name. Our acts of infamy were told as deeds of glory. I was the first High Rider of El Terrell. I changed the heraldry from the twin stars of Zariel to a horse in flames. The heraldry you seem to wear. I eventually hated myself for my betrayal. I was living a lie. The vampire curse on my soul grew larger, and I needed human blood. I resigned my position and journeyed to the west, eventually ending up in Waterdeep. In Waterdeep, I withdrew further and further from human society. I was basically a hermit living in a cave outside of town, occasionally coming into town to sip from the inmates of Waterdeep's asylum. During one of my trips, I met a mad woman named Anna, and I fell in love with her. She was cursed in a land called Barovia. After her death, I journeyed to Barovia to seek revenge against the one who placed this curse of madness upon her. And I eventually discovered that Anna was originally Tatiana, a woman pursued by the Count Strahd of Ravenloft, the ruler of Barovia. I attempted to end Strahd's life and failed. Finding peace at long last, I climbed to a high cliff, prayed to Lathander, and waited for the sun to rise. But I found no grace or forgiveness from Lathander. I was just murdered by the sun, and my soul was brought here, reformed into the same vampiric form I hated in life. I was taken here and crucified for eternal punishment by the Archduchess Zariel. You have my story. Now free me.
Thank you. I'm gonna look at Pavel. Unless he stops me, I'm gonna yank this guy off the tree.
Pavel's not going to stop you.
All right, give me that athletics.
Oh god.
You pull him a bit, and he's wincing in pain, but you're not able to lift him up off of the spikes. Perhaps
And
if
like
you
climb
work
up
together.
behind him and like yeah, I'm like yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
climb
can
up
take-
behind him and try to push and like yeah, maybe.
It takes
While
you
While he was
like
telling this whole story, we'll say
go
that Spinch and Vin just killed, quote unquote, killed everybody else.
right.
So all
yeah.
the other ones are just being freed.
Yeah, it
Big
takes
piece, yeah.
Tamila like a full minute, but she's able to get him off of the branches. And with his last breath, he just thanks you, and he dies. What you weren't noticing, though, was behind you, a portal opened and out came. Yeah. See if I got a good picture of this.
Gosh, it's Zariel, right? Just the boss battle? No. Okay.
A
Oh, well,
knight
that's-
riding a flaming horse. Yeah.
Was there mention of Zargoon in his story? Was that the devil they were fighting? and that went through the portal?
No, there
No?
is no mention of. You're not sure who this is. That's just like the type of creature. That's not its name.
Gotcha.
And I will end it there because it will be a rather big fight. So you guys can think about how you want to fight this guy.
Do we see where the portal is?
Yeah, I will put him on the. Hang on. I'm trying to find. Oh, I'm in the handouts. That's why. So. Okay.
All right. I'm worried I missed things.
Yeah.
He began life wanting to be a pretty simple adventurer, including fighting a devil, but eventually became a vampire, killed his vampire sire, started serving King Haraman, which was a boy king, and his king joined Zariel's crusade as the Third Army. Their battle was originally just the material plane, but they followed a demon that they were fighting through a portal to the Battle of Avernus, were overwhelmed, and he actually succeeded in leading his group back. He doesn't know why the portal closed.
Yep.
And then later in death found himself in this eternal torment.
He would have been right next to the guy, right behind them. So, like, there.
Oh, fun.
Oh, perfect.
I'm just double check to see if he has a special sheet. I don't think he does. But...
Did me take you the... Oh, I'm sorry. Did me taking the guy off the trees seem to summon this guy?
Yeah, he seems angry with you. And that seems to be the only thing you would have done that could have caused his anger.
Well, we'll figure that out next time.
Yep. Yeah, all right, cool. So, any other questions about the story?
Did he pray for mercy from Ilmater, and Ilmater did not answer him?
Lathander, the sun god.
Lathander.
Yeah.
I feel like, I
pretty
maybe
good
missed some of his
guy.
earlier stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like a good guy. I'm kind of sad that he couldn't join the other vampires in Elturel, but that makes sense. That's
There's his full story there.
cool.
Yeah.
So I added an extra one there. Okay, so it's like only 100 years before he killed his. And he didn't really say, I guess, but do I get an impression like does this match history that I learned as a Hellrider in Elturel?
No,
That,
you learned the story that they told, that they were heroes, not the story of their, escaping hell and leaving her behind. And
well, gotcha.
Yeah.
But otherwise, does it make sense that he was the first what is it called, the high?
Yeah, the
high
first
whatever.
High Rider. He wasn't
High
known to
Rider.
be a vampire. He kept it hidden. And yeah, he was known to be a great hero.
This is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you guys went this way and spotted this.
Yeah. Nice little thing before we turn our bell and have to deal with that.